before we start any basketball questions to this dude over here, I got to go in early on you. Because I don't know if you was a singer, basketball player, or what, but I got to talk about you in your commercial with SGA.
And I'm thanking you for knowing exactly what a pro wants.
How did they even come at y'all with this idea? What was your reaction? And did y'all even know that this commercial was going to be this damn huge?
I don't know which question to start with, but to explain that, we got to go all the way back to the year I was hurt. I did another commercial with AT&T around March Madness too, and there was a bit at the end where I was supposed to be singing in it, and I told them like I'm not singing. I don't got a singing voice. That's not who I am. I'm gonna look crazy. So they ended up taking me out of that bit, and then fast forward to the next year. My team comes to me with this opportunity, and like Shay's already said yes to the whole singing bit and everything. So like I can't be the one to fuck it up and be like, nah, we're not doing this. So I just kind of rolled with it. And then we get to the set and they giving me all the hard lines, the longer lines, and I'm like sitting here fucking it up over and over, and didn't sound great either. I'm not a great singer or anything, but I think the commercial turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, stick to basketball for sure.
Most definitely.
How many takes?
I wasn't on the commercial because I can sing. I was on the commercial because I can, put the ball in the
right.
hoop,
We got you, but you were singing, so you could have put your effort into that too. That's all I'm saying.
How many takes was it?
Too many to count, brother.
See, that's the annoying part, right?
You know how them commercial shoots go. Like, you're there 4 hours, and then when they change the scene, you're just sitting there for 30 minutes waiting for them to move shit around, and then you fuck up the line. You got to walk all the way back up the steps and walk down and do it again. It was a lot. We were there for like 5-6
How
hours.
did you and SGA feel about all the social media people slamming y'all and telling they seeing this commercial too much and all this? How did y'all feel and take that in?
I mean, they hating from the outside, man. You know what I mean? Like we good. We making it happen over here. They're hating. I might have got sick of seeing it so much too myself, but when you get to be on national TV and look good doing it, like I can't.
As long as you look good, that's all that matters.
Amen.
Now, I want to go ahead and ask this next question, man. I want to take it to the start, the beginning of your whole career. When you first started off in high school, when you had all this hype coming in, even on your way when you was entering all the way to Gonzaga, all the way to the NBA, man, you had this hype. And you still got this hype right now today. I want to know, with you being so young, because you're younger than us, how do you quiet the noise?
I mean, it's not even about quieting it. Like, you just kind of got to operate within it, because if you understand it really means nothing, like, what somebody says about you isn't gonna help you make you miss a shot. You still gotta handle your business. I just focus on what I gotta get better at. I don't, sit here and be like, oh, I got another 10,000 Instagram followers. Like, that ain't doing shit for me. I'm all I care about is the hoop shit, honestly.
I like his attitude.
Yeah. I think I overdid it that summer, honestly, because I was everywhere. I was in LA, driving up to like an hour and a half one way to just go play pickup. So I was doing some crazy shit, and then I think I just overdid it. I don't think it's like a injury that happened because I overdid it. Like, it was a freak injury that just, can't really control. Sometimes you just take one wrong step, but I definitely overdid it. I even told JC, I was like, I'm beat from the workouts this week. I don't think I'm gonna be able to play. And then, just ignorance. I texted him like 15 minutes later. I was like, save me a jersey. I'm pulling up the hoop. So, I think everything happens for a reason too. Like, I wouldn't go back and change it either. I think I got so much better at a lot of different things the year I was hurt too. And, I was able to learn so many things. Obviously I would have rather played, but, I think it all worked out how it was supposed to.
I do want to kind of touch on that, because you brought up the sitting out and growing and adding to your game, being out of the game. I kind of had the similar approach when I got hurt, and to see the game in a different lens from a sideline, it made me grow, right? Because I couldn't play the game no more, but I was doing little shit, from stationary ball handling to stationary shooting to, working on, strength, shooting from a chair, from deep. Like, so it added to my bag while I wasn't able to play. And then mentally, it was just like seeing the game differently, watching how cats move, how defenses, load up, or, different coverages, schemes. Yeah. Was that kind of the similar experience for you going, because I know it's a little different. You haven't had the rookie experience yet to like know what the NBA league is, but you still was able to sit from the sideline and kind of get a feel for how the league works.
Yeah. So before I got hurt, like I was playing against, as many of the dudes in the league as I could. And like, I'm thankful I had that before I got hurt because it gave me the confidence to be like, like I know I can do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to figure out how to maximize that time, bro. Cause you're in Oklahoma City. I love Oklahoma City, but outside of basketball, there's not too much out there that I'm trying to devote my time to. So, if it was up to me, like I'd be at the practice facility like all day long. Like they're telling me like go sit my ass down because there's a point, especially in rehab, where you can do too much.
Yeah, right.
And you can go in the wrong direction.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out every little way I could, try and get better. And early on, especially when I was on the scooter, it was literally just standing on a scooter shooting form shots. Like I'd just do that as long as I could, and then be in the weight room and do my rehab and everything. But like the biggest part that helped me, I think, was like being able to sit courtside at every single game and just like watch all these dudes. And so I knew coming in what like a lot of dudes do, what they try to get to kind of. And then I was able to watch 82 games of Shea, and like he's kind of broken it down to a science on, how he gets to his spots, how he gets to his shots, and being able to learn from that. Like, it's easy to like watch somebody and break down what they're doing and being like, this is why what he's doing works. But like, then they like go do it yourself is a whole different story. Like I'm still trying to get a lot of this shit down. But I definitely think like being able to watch it and then go practice it, helped me a lot throughout that year.
We fast forward along, you come back healthy.
Yeah.
But during that stretch, like you said, you saw Shea working out. You saw him 82 games, how he operates. Did you see y'all being first in the West? Like, was that the image you saw? Like, when I get back healthy, I see Shea doing this. We got Jalen Williams. Like,
no, I promise
we're going to be a force when I come back.
This is not a PR answer or anything, but hell no, nobody saw that. We were like the youngest team in history at one point or something. We had an average age of like
y'all might still be the youngest team.
Something like that. I don't know, but hell no. We came into training camp, and I just know like how hard we were getting after it, and we were just all over the place. Like we were getting texts and shit and training camp scrimmages, like just wilding. And coach had to like pull us in and be like, Chet hasn't played a single game in his career, and he's over here, wilding out to the ref and doing this and doing that. And K-Rich, you're supposed to be a vet on the team. You're getting texts over here, and he's learning from you. He hasn't played a single game yet. And I was just like, as bad as that might be, like it kind of just showed me like, yes, we haven't played a game, but like we really like want this, one. And then two, like it kind of showed like how much we kind of ride for each other too, especially when we're playing. And then on top of that, once you see the talent, like, and we've kind of figured it out early in the season too, like how we all kind of fit together. And then we just kind of rode that through the whole season. Yeah,
I think that's kind of the oxymoron of the league. It's like, so like the example, right? Y'all being young, there's a ton of young teams in the NBA, right? The young teams don't figure that shit out. Like they don't have the experience to know. Because you put a young team together, this dude trying to eat, this dude trying to eat. Like they don't know how they all eat together. They all trying to eat on their own.
I mean, I think that's credit to like our organization and the people around the team because, I've mentioned this a few different times, but I remember a conversation I had with Coach where he's breaking down and he's explaining like he understands that all 17 dudes on the team have their own individual ambitions, goals. They want to be able to take care of their family, get paid, etc. He understands that, and it's his job beyond just the X's and O's to help everybody achieve those things, but still within line of the team and what we're trying to do. And he tells you straight up, if I can trust that what you're doing is in the right spirit of what we're trying to do as a team, I'm going to do everything I can to help you reach your ambition. So like when you have an organization that understands that and people in the organization who are like trying to help you get there, it makes it a lot easier to go out there and kind of put the personal ambitions to the side, especially knowing like, it is a business, but the organization, even if it's not in OKC, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that you're successful. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of organizations don't have that, and we got dudes in the organization who are able to buy into that. Not everywhere has that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. That's the toughest part to do. You just have young guys buy into,
because like
know,
that,
you see that from veterans.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to everybody. We could have fallen into that trap, like everybody trying to prove themselves, and now we're stepping on each other's toes, and then it's just like a spiraling effect. But you know, we didn't do that. I don't see us doing that going forward either. You know, we're all bought into to the us and trying to win. So
I do want to ask this: like, what you prefer? Because I'm sure the signing, and I think we talked about this a little bit when I saw you in LA. I'm sure the signing of Isaiah.
Do I prefer the 4 or the 5?
Yeah. Like, what is your primary?
See, I hate this thing where people come in and they'll be like, that's not my game. It's like, motherfucker, your game is what the game tells you your game is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go out there and say, that's not my game, and now you're not doing what you need to do to try and win. My game is whatever the game tells me it needs to be. And the game's going to tell me what I need to work on, and I'm going to go work on that shit. But I think the addition of Hartenstein is great. I think it opens up more possibilities, you know, to play different styles. Last year, you know, we had a pretty defined style to play. That shit worked. But now we have more possibilities to play styles. And you know, Sam says it all the time. You know, we're never married to one thing. Doesn't matter how good it is, how bad it is. We're not married to one thing. We're always, you know, trying to find the ceiling of what we can be. So I just think that move is, you know, a move in the direction of pushing for, you know, the ceiling of what we can be. So whether I'm out there at the 4 or the 5, you know, I'm trying to win the basketball game. So I just think playing at the 4 opens up more, you know, kind of perimeter game for me, necessarily because last year when, you know, I'd be at the 5, but I'm cross matched, and I'm the only screener on the floor. You know, it kind of forces me into, you know, I got to still be a screener because there's no other screener on the floor, but I got a small on me, so they're switching. So it's like the only option is get out early, try to get under, get a, you know, pass over the top, either to the rim or, you know, for a catch and finish, or like kind of like roll up the switch and post it, which I didn't do enough of last year. I got to establish that more, but I think, you know, playing with another screener on the floor opens up more. Yeah. So we'll find out where it goes. We don't know how it's going to look, what it's going to look like yet, but you know, I'm excited for it either way. Yeah.
And then even the addition of now Caruso going over there, like, how do y'all feel about, because y'all already was a good ass defensive team.
I was fucking hurt when you know, I saw that Gid is going to be on our team anymore. You know, we all rocked with him. That's our dog. Still is. You know, but he's gonna go do great things in Chicago. So we're excited for him, and you know, we're also excited to have AC on our team now too. Like you said, he's a great defender. You know, he makes shots. He always makes winning plays, makes the right plays, and you know, that's the type of dude you want to play with. You know, like the dude who's gonna go out there and you know, like everything he does is in the right spirit of what you're trying to do as a team, and you know, it's going to be fun to play with him.
Yeah. I want to congratulate you on the successful year that you did have, becoming the first player, 150 total blocks, 150 assists, and 100 3-pointers in a single season. What's the biggest challenge you faced when it came to adjusting to the NBA?
I'd say the hardest thing is trying to work on things and get better at things in season, because one, you're playing so many games. Like, you don't have like the physical energy or ability, I guess, to like really go and rep things game speed that when you're not in the game. And, you know, that goes for individual skills as well as team skills. Like, we put in plays and, you know, the first time we're really seeing it like game speed is, you know, like second quarter of an actual game, you know what I mean? So just having an understanding of how long the season is and like continuing to get better throughout the season, and understand like it's okay to fuck up, because like, you know, this is game 37 on a Tuesday night, but this is basically like practice for us. Like, we got to work on our shit and get better for when, you know, we're playing in April and May, you know, so it's definitely an adjustment, because in college, you know, we got like 3 days between games. We're game prepping one team for 3 days, and we're working on one thing, and those practices are like 3 hours. You know, NBA we're out there for like an hour, and then, you know,
max.
Yeah. Unless you're in New York.
Yeah, facts.
They be practice.
They be
going.
Facts. So not only did you play 82 games this past season, you experienced your first taste of playoff basketball as well. So winning 57 games in the regular season, then finishing first in the division. What was that like? Because I know you heard all the talks, being a rook, everybody hear the talks of like, yo, regular season and playoffs is two different, like that's a whole different game. Like, so I know you heard that talk going into
honestly, the playoffs didn't feel that much different than the regular season because after All-Star break, the refs kind of let you.
Yeah, they was gearing up for the playoffs.
And there are certain refs where they'll go like this and then they'll just like pull their hand back down. Like they're about to call a foul. They're pump faking the foul call. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck does that work? But like, as long as it's even both ways, I don't care how you call. You can call no fouls the whole game. As long as it's even both ways. And I feel like, you know, they did a great job of that. And that kind of got not only us, but like everybody prepared for the playoffs. And the only difference in the playoffs is there's less travel. There's more time between games. The other team knows what you're doing a lot better because like you're playing 3 games in 4 days. Like you're basically out there playing pickup, but in the playoffs, you're playing the same team up to 7 times in a row. So like they know your plays. They, you know what I mean?
They know personnel.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was the only difference that I really noticed. It wasn't like the playoffs are more physical. It's like, not really. The playoffs are a slower pace, only if you let it be. You know what I mean? So it wasn't too different for me.